Good morning from Disney's Hollywood Studios. It is May 27th. It is the official start of Cool Kids Summer, but don't let that fool you because it is definitely not a cool day. It is a toasty, roasty 83 degrees already, and it's only about a little after 10, but there are tons and tons of things that are happening here at Hollywood Studios and all around Walt Disney World. I'm going to share some of them with you today. As I mentioned, it is the start of Cool Kids Summer, so at the front of each of the parks you can pick up these little pamphlets to see what is going on. There are new shows, new characters, new activities, dance parties, all kinds of craziness going on. Gonna try and hit as much of it today as I can. I probably won't hit all 4 parks, but we're definitely starting here in Hollywood Studios because there is a lot going on. The main reason that I am here today is because there are 2 brand new stage shows here in Hollywood Studios. There is the Villains Unfairly Ever After and the new Little Mermaid show. I was actually lucky enough to get a preview of these a few days ago, so I have already seen the shows, but I wanted to take you along this time so that you can experience it with me. Okay, so we're gonna take a look in our Hollywood Studios Fun Family Kids little pamphlet that they gave us. So this is gonna be your guide to all the fun things happening in the park. We've got some general information here for things like rider swap and the family rooms, but this is also where we're going to find character experiences. Now, most of these characters are ones that are normally available, primarily the ones all at the top, but the ones in Animation Courtyard, this is where we're going to find some kind of new offerings. I know that there is a dance party going on where a lot of these characters will be showing up, but they will also come and hang out in the courtyard as well. And then in the middle of our map, this is where it's going to show you where a lot of those different activities are happening. So if you're not totally familiar, this is going to be a good guide for you to get. But truly, I'm not lying, it is really hot. We have finally gotten some rain, which means the humidity is out in full force. It is going to be a toasty one today. So luckily, a lot of the things we're doing is in AC, which I think is why they're calling it Cool Kids Summer. So there's a lot of fun things happening in this courtyard area. So if you're not familiar with where Animation Courtyard is, when you walk into the park and you see Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you're going to go to the right, and then you're gonna have this courtyard area right here. So you've got the new Little Mermaid show that is right there that we will be seeing here in a little bit, and then Star Wars Launch Bay is back there. There are a few Star Wars characters back there that you can meet, but out in the actual courtyard, you've got Goofy roaming around, you've got Donald roaming around, you've got some fun meet and greets back there with Donald and Max, and I know some of the characters are gonna kind of rotate throughout the day. You also have this fun little craft station, so there's some little fans. They're like pictures, but you can use it as a fan, which is nice on hot days like today, but the kids can color those. It's a fun little craft. And then in the Disney Junior show building, they are actually not doing the Disney Junior show right now. They're doing a really fun dance party. It's called Get Animated. There are characters that are going to be hanging out in there, and it is some nice AC. So I think we need to go take a peek in there because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm literally dripping with sweat right now. It is a warm one. I'm probably going to say that a lot today. Let's go inside.
Some spin. It's got legs, folks. Let's see if it's got one of these. Oh, it's got one of those. They could animate multiple balls at once. And once they had perfected that, it was time to send them flying through the air. Friends, who's ready to see some fancy stuff? Donald is. We'll do it for Donald. There it is. Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. Check this one out. Here I go. Here we go. Oh, we are cruising now. Oh, up,
They also had a cute little juggling show that they were getting Donald and Goofy kind of involved a little bit. Very fun. It reminds me a lot of the entertainment that they do on the boardwalk. So I love that. Okay, now we really are going to go hit some AC because I need to cool off a little bit. whew, there's definitely a party going on inside and outside. If you do have kiddos, this is going to be a really fun place to stop here this summer because there are lots of characters that you can meet. There's not lines necessarily for most of them. There are lines for a few of them, but they're pretty short. But they have a lot of roaming characters, which is super fun. And I think doing that little dance party, great place to let them run off some energy. There are some benches for you, the parents, if you want to sit, or you can dance along with your kiddos. There's lots of fun characters in there. And Clarabelle Cow, I don't know if you can see, she's crafting with the kids too. Well, that was a ton of fun. I definitely think if you have kiddos and you're visiting this summer, go check that out because I think your kids and you will probably have a blast. I just love that there really are a ton of characters over there, and I love that you aren't having to wait in line to meet a lot of those. So that is wonderful. But now we're headed up to our first show of the day, the Villains Unfairly Ever After. I'm not gonna lie, I have some thoughts and opinions about this show, but I'm going back in with an open mind today. We'll see if I feel any differently. I don't think I will, but I'll let you know my thoughts afterwards. But be prepared, there's gonna be some spoilers ahead. I'm not gonna film the whole show, but I am gonna show you guys a little bit of what's going on.
Magic mirror on the wall.
Oh, for the days when that was all. What dost thou know about my queen? Think she be the only villain I have seen? Magic mirror on the wall. Your turn.
Who's the fairest one of all?
But define fair, beautiful. Once upon a time it was. But these days, villains are preoccupied with who's been treated the most unfairly of all.
Magic mirror on the wall, who's most misunderstood of all. What I can't judge, I just reflect. So what you see is what you get.
Behold, a cunning collector of unique fashion, for whom puppies stir a curious passion.
You see, tragically misunderstood.
Ruthless, devious,
Easy.
and dressed to kill.
Oh, I love it. There is no me. That's me. Doesn't scare you. That people think will. Great artists are always misunderstood. It's enough to make one see stars. You see what I did there? The most
I finally made it through the class! So try the rest of the beef, just sample the light of trunk. There isn't a one who won't have fun when we were Captain Punch, the world's most famous crook. Yes, a dance break.
I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. They are relentless. Villains will do anything to push their way to the front.
Tried to play them a little way, have I? Why, there's no need to be frightened of me. Isn't that right, my pet? You love me, huh? Was it my curse that brought silly beauty, the kiss of true love?
You! Yes, you! I beseech thee, answer them! Choose the most misunderstood! But how? But these three passed through the glass. Yes! Choose from them! That is your task! cheer for the spider waiting for the kill?
I'm an original, not a criminal.
Cruella, defuse!
Louder! Louder! Make the smoke rise!
Maleficent!
Victory! Start fighting dead and breaks your will with me!
Okay, so now that I have seen that show officially twice, they do have 3 different endings, which is kind of fun. So I do appreciate that there's a little bit of that element of surprise. You don't know who's gonna win. So definitely cheer for the villain that you want to win. I will still say that it's not a great show, but it's not a bad show. Technically, like as far as the sets and the projections and the screens and like that is all super cool, and they did a fabulous job with that. What I don't love is the plot is weird, the scripting is weird. It doesn't, I don't know, I don't think it hits quite like they were hoping it would. And maybe if you're a villains fan and you like to root for that kind of underdog, then maybe it's your thing, but it's not my thing. So it'll be interesting to see long term how this show does. I do think it's worth checking out at least once. I don't think that it's one that you need to like absolutely plan your whole day around and go out of your way to see it, but if you have time to see a show, you want some AC, I do think it's fun. It's worth seeing at least that one time, but I don't think it's one that I necessarily would go back to again and again. But again, that's just my thoughts. So make sure to see it for yourself, make your own opinion, but that's just how I feel. But now we are gonna go see the other new show, the Little Mermaid show. Now there is a big difference between how to watch these 2 shows. The Villains Unfairly Ever After is show times, so they have specific times that you can go and see the show, just like most of the shows in this park. Little Mermaid is based on a wait time, so it's technically like continuously running is the best way I can describe it. So once one show lets out, they let the next group in. Once that show lets out, the next group in. So it says about 50 minutes right now. We'll see if it actually is that. It's 11:55, so hopefully it'll be maybe a little less. Fingers crossed.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to this performance, Sebastian.
We are the daughters of Triton, great father who loves us and made us well, a quarter and dream of his sister
Ariel!
How do I look?
Ariel,
Daddy.
what's that you're hiding? No. You went up to the surface again, didn't you? Didn't you?
Daddy, I'm 16 years old. I'm not a child.
Don't you get that tone of voice with me, young lady. As long as you live under my ocean, you'll obey my rules.
If only I can make him understand. I just don't see things the way he does. I don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet! Where they walk, where they run, where they stare all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world.
Listen to me. The human world, it's a life under the sea is better than anything made out of this. somebody else's leg.
I dream about moving
No, but that is a big mistake. And so that blowfish Ariel, tell me, what is better than all this?
Oh, Sebastian, you just don't understand.
Trust me, everything you need is right here under the sea.
Poor child, poor sweet child. Ursula can help you. Ursula can make all your dreams come true. You're here because you want to be with the humans. Find your prince, fall in love. Well, the solution to your problem is quite simple. Become a human yourself.
Has he kissed her yet?
No, and there's only one day left. You want something done? You've got to do it yourself. First, we've got to create the mood. Percussion. String. Wind. Word. Yeah, you see her sitting there across the way. Sha la 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 la, my oh my, look like a boy too shy, gonna kiss me girl. Sha la 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 la, ain't that sad? They need to shoot too bad, you gonna miss me girl.
Ariel, your voice has so much to tell you.
You're too late.
Saw the old version once, and it was a very, very, very long time ago, so I honestly don't remember a lot from it. But from what I've heard, they did keep a lot of the same things, but they did also make a lot of improvements. There's kind of like a screen at the front of the stage, so they were able to add a lot of really cool effects. That's probably my favorite part about the show, is like they did some really cool stuff with those effects. Again, technically, super cool show. It is very cheesy, so like if you've seen the Beauty and the Beast show here in Hollywood Studios and you know like it's kind of cheesy. Little Mermaid is very much the same way, but I think in this one it works a little better because it's a little more endearing. It's just funny. Like there's one part where they literally do this like slow-mo battle scene, and I laugh so hard. It's so funny. But I think, again, is it a great show? Probably not. Is it a bad show? No, not by any means. I think it's fun. If you're a Little Mermaid fan, you do need to go see it. Again, it's great for AC. We did wait exactly 50 minutes, so the wait time was actually pretty spot on there. Hopefully it will be not quite so crazy, as today is the first day, so it's going to be pretty popular. But even as the day has gone on, the wait time seems to have gone down a little bit, but just be aware that that one does have a wait time as opposed to set show times. I am glad that they do have some new shows here in this park, because with this park there's a lot of big rides which can have a lot of lines, a lot of long lines, so having those shows are good people eaters to kind of help with those wait times just a little bit. So I do appreciate having both of those back. But with that being said, it's time for lunch. I'm very hungry. We actually snagged a reservation at Hollywood Brown Derby because we're gonna get my favorite thing in this park, the Cobb salad. We're done with lunch. It was super delicious. I know I didn't film a whole lot with her. I'm actually actually with a friend today, and so we were just enjoying time chit-chatting and stuff. But I got the Cobb salad, which is one of my favorite dishes at the Brown Derby. It's very good and very shareable. And then we also did get a little chocolate hazelnut orangey dessert thing, also delicious. I do think Brown Derby is like a little overpriced for what it is, but I love it. So if you need a good sit-down restaurant, that's probably my favorite one in this park. But now we are actually going to do a little bit of park hopping. We're going to head over to Epcot because they have more Cool Kids Summer things going on over there. So we got to go check that out. I think we're going to take the friendship boats today. Just take a nice little relaxing boat ride over to over to Epcot. We're at Hollywood Studios. Officially have made it to Epcot, and we are headed to GoofyCore Hall because that is where Cool Kids Summer is happening in this park. They've turned it into GoofyCore. I don't think that's actually what it's called, but Goofy has taken over the space. It seemed like there were some fun dance parties and things happening, so we're gonna head over there and check that out, see what's going on. Well, that was very cute. So you got Goofy dancing around in there. You've got some cast members that are kind of playing some games and stuff. This is definitely catered more towards your younger kids. It's going to be a lot of think like dance party activities. So right now they're playing red light, green light in there. Super cute. They do also have the KidCot, like a KidCot location in there. So you can pick up like your first one, and they have like a really cute little sticker. They also had a bunch more of these little guides that I talked about in the beginning of the video. So they do have one of these for every single park that has a list of all the activities that you can find. So this one's definitely going to be mostly this thing in GoofyCore, but it does also list like a lot of the other characters that you can meet and greet in this park. I think that's kind of what they're trying to hit hard, is all of the characters. But very fun. If you need a few minutes in some AC, this is a good place to stop. And I think through June 2nd, they are passing out some Starburst gummies across the way here in GoofyCore Plaza. So if you happen to be here in the next couple days, make sure you grab one of those. And that is the official start of Cool Kids Summer. I hope you guys had a fun time following along with me today. Hopefully we'll be able to catch some of the Cool Kids Summer things happening in some of the other parks, because I know Magic Kingdom has some really cool stuff that I want to check out. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out when we do that. And that is all I have for you guys today. Now go create your ever after.